The Eurozone debt crisis claims its first bank. France and Belgium move to rescue Dexia Bank amid fears it's about to run out of cash. The European markets fall sharply. The FTSE 100 drops to its lowest for 15 months.
I think what's going on in Europe, what's going on in the European banking system, just confirms my view that this is going to do damage to the British economy, indeed is doing damage at the moment.
Here in Manchester, on the eve of David Cameron's main speech to the party conference, a spat between two of his ministers. The Home Secretary under fire. She wants to change immigration policy, partly because of one man's pet cat.
The illegal immigrant who cannot be deported because, and I am not making this up, because he had a pet cat.
Well, the cat surprised me. I can't believe anybody was refused deportation just because they owned a cat. But if a cat featured in the case, I should be interested to see.
Also tonight, our other top stories. The smile says it all as Amanda Knox flies home from Italy. She's due to arrive in Seattle in the small hours. But for the family of the murdered British student Meredith Kircher, the anguish remains.
Every parent's nightmare of something so terrible happening when basically she was in the safest place, her bedroom.
And a tale of David and Goliath. A landlady wins the latest round in her battle against the Premier League over TV rights.
And coming up in Sports Day at 10:30 on the BBC News Channel, how the cost of changing a manager is on the rise. Football clubs in England spent £99 million last season on replacing the boss.
Good evening. The Eurozone debt crisis is turning into a banking crisis and has claimed its first victim. A large European bank, Dexia, is in talks with France and Belgium about a rescue amid fears it will run out of cash. Part of its problems stem from its exposure on loans to Greece. Markets around Europe have fallen sharply, with the FTSE 100 in London closing below 5,000, its lowest point for 15 months. The Chancellor, George Osborne, says the banking problems in the Eurozone are damaging the British economy. Our business editor, Robert Peston, reports.
It started as a sovereign debt crisis, worries that Eurozone countries like Greece won't be able to repay their debts, and because of fears about whether banks are strong enough to withstand losses on their loans to the likes of Greece, it's now a banking crisis.